Right, YouTube. So today I thought I'd break down the exact holiday prep I use on my clients for them to lose 10 kilograms in 10 weeks. This is the exact roadmap. So if you've got pen and paper, you got some notes, you write this down, implement it, you're going to get results regardless. So first point we got here is obviously calorie deficit, right? First, before I go into this, excuse me for my shit handwriting. So I'm going to put the subtitles in just in case you literally can't read what I say. And make sure you listen to me. So first of all, with nutrition, right? What we want to do is number one, focus on a calorie deficit. What you can do to find out your maintenance is to go on, I think it's caloriecounter.net, find your maintenance, then decrease that by 300 calories. Boom, you've got a calorie deficit, happy days. You can even decrease it to 500 if you want to, but anywhere between 300 to 500 should be bang on. Second point, we got protein intake. So how I would calculate my protein intake would be 1 pound of body weight per gram of protein, or 1 pound per body weight for 1.5 grams of protein. So let's say I'm 150 pounds, I would go anywhere between 150 grams to 225 grams. That should be bang on. Carbs pre and post. So not many people talk about this, right? You should be timing most of your, especially on a deficit, you should be timing most of your carbohydrates pre and post workout, right? And especially your post workout should be your heaviest carb meal. And the reason why we do this is that when we train, we use something called glycogen. This is what your carbohydrates turn into as an energy source to restore those glycogen levels and for your body to absorb as much protein as possible from that meal. We have to make it our heaviest carbs meal, something that's easily digestible and something that doesn't contain a lot of fats in it. Fruit and veg, right? So just so you can help with staying full, but also as well focusing also on your micronutrients, which is as important. Make sure you get your fruit and veg in. And then hydration, making sure that for a male we get anywhere between 4 to 6 liters. I have about 7. Big boy. And if you're a female, anywhere between 2 to 4, that should be bang on. Strength training. So we want to keep it very simple. A lot of people want to do like the most complicated exercises, how to target unilateral bicep head, cable curl, bullshit, when in reality, what works is keeping it simple. So stick to a few basic exercises and just focus on progressive overloading with them. So that's either like implementing, don't go crazy, but like if you are going to get stronger, either go up in reps or go up in, let's say, 2.5 to 5 kilograms max. And also as well, form intensity. So the tempo that I would use is 3 seconds down, 1 second pause, or about a quick 2-second pause, 1 second up. So if I'm doing a bench press, 3 seconds down the bench press, and I'm going to let it pause my chest slightly and then push it up. Pushing it up is not as important than controlling it on the way down. We want to do 5 to 8 sets per muscle group. That's it. Obviously, per muscle group on one workout. So if you're doing chest, 8 sets should be fine. You could even do 5 if you want to, right? People overcomplicate this. Like, oh, it's not enough volume. We're obviously not training hard enough. You're not executing your sets well enough, in my opinion, right? Some people say more, okay, less. If for the majority of you, 5 to 8 sets per muscle group on a workout, especially if you train it twice in 1 week, is fine, right? Don't overcomplicate this shit. And then obviously 3 to 5 workouts each week. So the programs that I'd recommend is push-pull legs, so chest, shoulders, triceps, back and biceps, legs, or upper, lower, repeat, upper, lower, push-pull legs, rest, upper, rest, or push-pull legs, rest, upper, lower, rest. Pretty simple. Cardio and steps. So that's where a lot of people slack. So with steps, keep it to 10,000 steps daily. That should be a minimum, in my opinion. If you want to obviously burn as many calories as you can throughout the day, increase that NEAT, so that non-exercise activity thermogenesis. So what you burn throughout the day, we want to be keeping this nice and high. 20 to 30 minutes LISS cardio post-workout. What basically that is low intensity, steady state cardio. So you want to be keeping your heart rate anywhere between 120 to 140 beats per minute, right? Because this is basically anything over 140, your body's going to utilize carbs as an energy source. Anything under it, you're not really doing that much. Like you're doing fuck all. Also, right, you could do 110, that should be fine, but 120 to 140 is the fat burning zone when your body will use fats as an energy source. You want to hold on to them carbohydrates for your strength training. The more carbs you have for your strength training, the better sessions you have. And timing, I'd recommend spacing out your steps. If you're not doing quite a manual job, right, I'd recommend just spacing out your steps throughout the day, just makes things a lot easier. And also, once you've implemented all this, right, if you go on the same meal plan, you run it for the same meal plan, let's say for 6 weeks, there is going to be a point where your body weight is going to stall, right? You can't be in a calorie deficit forever, otherwise you would disintegrate. So what you need to do is, once body weight has stalled, increase steps by 2,000 or decrease food by 150 to 200 calories, right? And this is just going to allow you that you're still in a deficit, right? Because the meal plan that you're going to get given or you put yourself on is not going to work forever. Right, so that's where you've got to implement this yourself, and that way you can keep on progressing and reach that goal of 10, 12, 20 kilos. Realistically, if you just repeat this process, you will get to your target weight, 100%. And also make sure you only decrease your carbs. Don't start taking protein out or fats, you need them, but you can slowly increase your carbohydrates over time. Bonus tip, right? It's fasting, so don't eat for the first, let's say, 6 hours a day. It gives you more time to eat in the evenings, stops you snacking. Diet drinks and coffee. So I like to have black coffee in the morning when I'm obviously in the car. That'll last me over until like midday. Good appetite suppressant, and you can have this as well to help with appetite suppressant. This is something to eat, and it will fill up your stomach for a small amount of time. And then smaller spoons just helps you slowly eat the food and digest it longer. And then also as well, one that doesn't get talked about is your environment, right? You change your environment. Let's say you go out with your mates less, who get pissed all the time, you're going to drink less. Let's say you start hanging around with friends who eat healthy, you're going to eat healthy. A lot of people don't talk about this, but this, in my opinion, is a very underestimated tool. You change your environment, and most importantly, change your habits. Right. If you got to the end of this video, thank you very much for watching. I see similar stuff to this. Comment below what you want to see next. But this is what I'd do if I was going to put one of my clients on a holiday prep, let's say 10 kilos in 10 weeks, and this is the exact framework. So, like, comment, subscribe if you've got to see the video. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you lot in a bit.